The question of how much salt there is in the sea leads us to a very interesting and paradoxical fact. The present salt concentration in the world's oceans is just about right for marine plants and animals to live in. Any significant increase would be disastrous. Fish and other sea life have a tough job as it is in preventing that salt from accumulating in their tissues and poisoning them. If there were much more salt in the sea than there is, the job would be impossible and they would die. Yet, by all normal scientific logic, the seas should be a lot saltier than they are. It is known that the rivers of the earth are continually dissolving salts out of the soil they run through and carrying more and more of those salts into the seas. The water itself, which the rivers add each year, doesn't stay in the ocean. That pure water is taken out by evaporation by the heat of the sun to make clouds and ultimately to fall again as rain. While the salts those waters contained have nowhere to go and must stay behind. We know from everyday experience what happens in that case. If we leave a bucket of salt water exposed in the summer, it will get more and more salty as the water evaporates. Astonishingly, that does not happen in the oceans. Their salt content is known to have remained at just the same level for all of geological time. So it is apparent that something is acting to remove excess salt from the ocean. There is one known process that might account for it. Now and then, bays and shallow arms of the ocean are cut off. The sun evaporates their water and they dry out to form salt beds, which ultimately are covered over by dust, clay, and finally impenetrable rock, so that when the sea ultimately returns to reclaim that area, that layer of salt is sealed in and is not redissolved. When, later on, people dig them up for their own needs, we call them salt mines. In that way, after thousands upon thousands of years, the oceans get rid of the excess and keep their salt content level.